The first progression of the muscle up is just your basic ring row. This is just to gain the strength in your upper body and teach your body to be pulling those rings to your chest. So you're pulling like a ring row on the muscle up and you're not pulling like a pull up. So you're going to keep your body straight, pulling just with that upper body, keeping those rings in close to your chest. The second progression is going to be these low ring turnovers. So you're going to set up like a ring row but with a bent knee so that you can throw those hips, use that momentum, and get on top of those rings as fast as you can. Keeping those rings in close to our chest and right next to our rib cage. In that catch position, then we're going to use those legs to jump out of the dip once we get on top of those rings, making sure we're coming up onto our toes, throwing our hips towards the rings, and then jumping out of that ring dip on the bottom. The third progression is going to be the banded transitions. So this, you're going to set up the band just like if you were going to be doing a ring dip with a band, but this time you're going to put one hand on either side and we're going to put that band underneath our glutes. Once we get into that bottom position, we're going to stretch out that upper body, lift our heels and legs up off the ground, and then really use our hips and throw them towards the rings, getting as much power out of them as we can to catch in that dip position. So we're not using our legs, we're using those hips and using that band to really throw our body on top of those rings. Once we've successfully completed those, now we're going to get up on those high rings and we're just going to try to throw our hips as close to those rings as we can. So using that same power that we used on those banded transitions, we're now going to be up on those high rings and try to get just as high. Once you've completed all three of these, you're going to be totally ready to get up there and try to get that muscle up a go. So use that same power through those hips, really throw them towards the rings, catch close to your rib cage, and then come out of that dip with power. Then you'll have it. There you go.